A man walks into his backyard. No runway, no airport, no pilot's license. He sits down, grabs a joystick, pushes a button, and 3 seconds later, he's 50 feet in the air, flying over the trees at 60 miles per hour. That's not a scene from a Marvel movie. That happened last week in Sweden. Right now in 2026, there are flying machines so small they fit in your garage, so light they weigh less than you do, and so simple that a teenager can learn to fly one in 5 minutes. And the craziest part? Some of them are cheaper than a Tesla. The future of personal flight isn't coming. It's already here. And most people have absolutely no idea. In this video, we're counting down the top 10 most incredible personal VTOL aircraft on the planet. Machines that take off and land vertically, require little to no training, and are designed for one purpose: giving ordinary people the superpower of flight. Some of these will shock you. Some of these will make you open your wallet. And number one might just be the most important flying machine since the Wright brothers. Let's count them down. Number 10, Xpeng AeroHT flying car. At number 10, we go to China, where tech giant Xpeng has built something that sounds completely insane: a car that flies. This is the Xpeng AeroHT. And no, I'm not exaggerating. It's a full-size electric SUV with a 2-seat flying module sitting right on the roof. You drive to an open area, press a button, and the flying module detaches, unfolds its rotors, and takes off vertically, while your car just sits there, waiting for you to come back. Xpeng calls it the land aircraft carrier. And honestly, that name is perfect. The flying module carries 2 people, flies at around 80 miles per hour, and covers roughly 18 miles per flight. It's fully electric, features autonomous flight capabilities, and folds up small enough to dock back onto the car when you're done. Now, is this fully mainstream yet? Not quite. Regulations and airspace management are still evolving, but Xpeng has the engineering muscle, the funding, and the Chinese government's support to push this forward. They've already completed numerous successful test flights and are actively ramping up production. At number 10, the Xpeng AeroHT earns its spot for sheer audacity. A car that launches a flying drone from its roof? That's not engineering. That's wizardry. Number 9, Tetra Aviation Mk5. Number 9 takes us to Japan, the land of precision engineering, for the Tetra Aviation Mk5. This little machine won the prestigious Boeing-sponsored Go Fly Prize, a global competition to build the best personal flying device. Thousands of teams entered from around the world. Tetra won. And when you see the Mark V in action, you understand why. It's a single-seat electric VTOL that combines vertical takeoff with efficient forward flight using a fixed wing. It lifts off straight up using an array of electric rotors, then transitions to wing-borne flight for greater speed and range. Best of both worlds. Founded by Tasuku Nakai, Tetra Aviation built this aircraft with one goal: make personal flight accessible enough for everyday people. The Mark V is designed to be classified as an ultralight in the United States, meaning no traditional pilot's license required. The company has taken pre-orders and is targeting a price point around that of a luxury car. It's still finalizing certification and scaling production, which is why it sits at number 9. But the fact that this aircraft beat out hundreds of competitors from around the world to win the Go Fly Prize tells you everything you need to know about its potential. Number 8, SkyDrive SD-05. Number 8 brings us back to Japan with SkyDrive and their stunning SD-05. SkyDrive made global headlines when their earlier prototype became one of the first manned electric VTOL aircraft to successfully fly in Japan. Now with the SD-05, they've leveled up dramatically. The SD-05 is a 2-passenger aircraft designed for urban air mobility. It's compact, roughly the size of 2 parked cars, features 12 electric rotors for safety redundancy, and cruises at around 62 miles per hour. It's sleek, it's quiet, and it looks like something Tony Stark would commute in. What makes SkyDrive particularly exciting is their manufacturing partnership with Suzuki Motor Corporation. This isn't just a startup dream. There's serious automotive manufacturing expertise behind this machine. SkyDrive showcased commercial air taxi operations at the Osaka World Expo 2025, becoming one of the first companies in the world to demonstrate real eVTOL passenger service on a global stage. Now in 2026, they're actively expanding commercial routes across Japan, with the Japanese government continuing to build regulatory frameworks to support urban air mobility at scale. It's at number 8 because it's primarily designed as an air taxi service rather than a personal ownership vehicle, but as a stepping stone toward a world where flying across a city is as normal as calling a cab. SkyDrive is absolutely leading the charge. Number 7. EHang 216-S. Number 7 comes with a twist that changes everything. There's no pilot, there's no joystick, there's no steering wheel. You sit down, tap a screen, choose your destination, and the aircraft flies itself. This is the EHang 216-S, the world's first government-certified autonomous passenger aircraft. Back in 2023, EHang made aviation history by receiving a type certificate from China's Civil Aviation Administration. That means a government looked at this aircraft, evaluated every system, tested every scenario, and said, yes, this is safe enough to carry passengers commercially. No other eVTOL in the world had achieved that at the time. Since then, EHang has continued expanding its certifications and operational reach globally. The 216S carries 2 passengers, flies at speeds up to 80 miles per hour, and operates entirely through a centralized command center. Think of it as an autonomous flying Uber. You request a flight, step in, and the aircraft handles absolutely everything. Takeoff, navigation, landing. You're just a passenger. It has 16 rotors for redundancy, multiple backup systems, and can land safely even if several motors fail simultaneously. EHang has now completed tens of thousands of safe flights worldwide and has launched commercial operations, including sightseeing and short-distance transport, in multiple cities across China and beyond. The reason it's not higher? You don't actually get to fly it. The machine does everything for you. But as a vision of where personal air transportation is heading, EHang is writing the playbook. Number 6, Doroni H1. At number 6, we have what might be the most complete personal flying vehicle package on this entire list, the Doroni H1. Most eVTOL companies are building air taxis or technology demonstrators. Doroni took a different approach entirely. They asked, what if we built a flying machine specifically designed for you to own, keep in your garage, and fly whenever you want? The H1 is a 2-seat personal eVTOL, fully enclosed cockpit, tandem seating for 2 people, that fits within the dimensions of a standard 2-car garage. It takes off and lands vertically, transitions to wing-borne flight for efficiency, and features fly-by-wire controls with multiple levels of autonomous assistance. What really sets it apart is the safety philosophy. Fully enclosed rotors so nothing exposed can hurt you. A ballistic parachute recovery system. If everything goes wrong, pull the handle and the entire aircraft floats down under a parachute. And a triple redundant flight computer watching over every millisecond of your flight. Founded by brothers Doran and Akiva Merdinger, the company is pursuing FAA certification and has already achieved successful manned flights. At a price point between $150,000 and $195,000, it's positioned as a premium personal vehicle. Not cheap, but for a machine that gives you 3-dimensional freedom, many would say that's priceless. Number 5 is AeroHT. Number 5 comes from Israel, the startup nation. And when you see the numbers on this aircraft, your jaw is going to drop. The AeroHT is a 2-seat personal eVTOL designed from day one for private ownership. And its performance specifications absolutely embarrass most of the competition. Top speed, 155 miles per hour. Range, approximately 110 miles. That's not a typo. While most personal eVTOL aircraft on the market offer 15 to 20 miles of range, the AeroHT delivers over 100 miles on a single charge. That's the difference between a toy and a legitimate transportation vehicle. The one features foldable wings and propellers, allowing it to fit in a standard parking spot or home garage. It takes off vertically, transitions to wing-borne forward flight, and cruises at speeds that rival a helicopter, but at a fraction of the operating cost. AIR has developed a proprietary flight operating system called FlyOS that simplifies the entire flying experience. Their goal is to make piloting as intuitive as driving. Advanced autonomy handles the complex stuff, takeoff, landing, obstacle avoidance, while you focus on enjoying the ride. With thousands of pre-orders, a price tag around $150,000, and Israel's legendary reputation for defense-grade engineering, the AIR-1 is the real deal. It's at number 5 because it's still working through final certification milestones. But when full deliveries begin, watch out. Number 4. JetPack Aviation Speeder. If everything we've discussed so far has been electric, quiet, and civilized, number 4 is here to absolutely shatter all of that. This is the JetPack Aviation Speeder. And yes, it is exactly what it looks like. A jet-powered flying motorcycle, created by David Mayman, the same man who made headlines flying a jetpack around the Statue of Liberty. The speeder is powered by multiple small jet turbines running on kerosene or diesel fuel. Not batteries, not electric motors, jet engines. And the performance numbers are absolutely savage. Top speed, over 250 miles per hour. Maximum altitude, 15,000 feet. Flight time, over 20 minutes. This thing doesn't fly. It rips through the sky. And the speeder looks like something straight out of Star Wars. A compact motorcycle-style frame with jet engines underneath, designed for a single rider. It features an AI-stabilized autopilot system, GPS waypoint navigation, and autonomous hover capability, meaning it's designed to be flyable even by someone who's never touched an aircraft before. It comes in 2 versions, a recreational ultralight for civilian thrill seekers, and a military variant designed for special operations, medevac, and rapid response. The United States military has already expressed serious interest, and defense contracts are reportedly in progress. At around $380,000, it's not cheap. And it's definitely not quiet. But in terms of pure, visceral, heart-pounding performance, nothing on this list, or any list, comes close to the speeder. Number 3, Lift Aircraft HEXA. Number 3 is the aircraft that has done something no other eVTOL company can claim. It has put more regular, everyday, non-pilot human beings into the sky than any other personal flying machine in history. This is the Lift Aircraft HEXA. 18 rotors, 18 independent electric motors, a single seat in the center, and a control system so simple that Lift claims they can teach literally anyone to fly it in 5 minutes. And they've proven it thousands of times by now. At their flight facilities, Lift offers experience flights where people with absolutely zero aviation background show up, get a brief tutorial, and then actually fly the HEXA themselves. Not in a simulator, not with someone else controlling it. They fly it, for real, in the air. And the HEXA operates under the FAA's Part 103 Ultralight category. No pilot's license required. It weighs about 430 pounds, flies at up to 63 miles per hour, and features extraordinary redundancy. Here's the crazy part. It can lose up to 6 of its 18 rotors and still land safely. The flight computer handles all the complex stabilization work. You just point the joystick where you want to go. What makes HEXA special isn't just the technology, it's the philosophy. Lift believes flight should be a basic human experience, not reserved for the wealthy or the trained. And every single day they prove that ordinary people can fly. That's not a promise. That's not a prototype. That's happening right now. Number 2, Pivotal Helix. At number 2, we have what many aviation experts consider the most elegant and refined personal eVTOL aircraft ever created, the Pivotal Helix. Formerly known as the Opener Blackfly, this aircraft has one of the most fascinating origin stories in modern aviation. Its creator, Marcus Leng, a reclusive Canadian engineer, developed this aircraft in near-total secrecy for over a decade. No press releases, no flashy announcements, just years of quiet, obsessive engineering in the background. When the Blackfly was finally unveiled publicly, the aviation world was stunned. The Helix, its evolved production form, is a single-seat fixed-wing eVTOL that takes off vertically using 8 lift rotors, then transitions to efficient forward flight using a rear pusher propeller. When this hybrid approach gives it something most personal VTOL aircraft desperately lack, genuine range and real efficiency. It's classified as an ultralight under FAA Part 103. No pilot's license required, It's fully electric. It features autonomous safety systems including auto-hover, auto-land, and geofencing that prevents you from flying into restricted areas. And the flight experience? Pilots who've flown it describe it as intuitive, serene, and utterly addictive. At approximately $190,000, the Helix is premium price but available for order today. The company has financial backing from serious investors and a growing community of owners who are already flying. The pivotal Helix represents the perfect balance of everything you want in a personal aircraft: proven technology, beautiful design, practical usability, and the accessibility of ultralight classification. It came incredibly close to the top spot, but there's one aircraft that edges it out, and if you spend any time on the internet, you've probably already seen it. Number 1, Jetson 1, and at number 1, the aircraft that broke the internet. A video appeared online. A man sitting in what looked like a giant drone, an open frame, 8 rotors, no doors, no roof, flying through a forest in Italy, weaving between trees, skimming over a lake, climbing above the tree line and looking out over the Tuscan countryside, grinning like a kid on Christmas morning. That video went mega viral, hundreds of millions of views. Every major news outlet on the planet covered it. And for the first time in history, millions of people watched someone fly a personal aircraft and had the exact same thought. I want one. This is the Jetson 1, and it is our number 1. Created by a small Swedish company called Jetson Aero, founded by Tomas Patan and Peter Turnstrom, what the One was built from the ground up with a single obsession: make personal flight real, accessible, and available. Not in 10 years, not in 5 years, but now. And they delivered. The Jetson 1 is a single-seat, open-frame multicopter with 8 electric rotors across 4 arms. It weighs just 190 pounds empty, literally lighter than most adults. It flies at up to 63 miles per hour, stays airborne for about 20 minutes, and is classified as an ultralight aircraft under FAA Part 103. No pilot's license, no runway, no complicated procedures. You pull it on a trailer, you set it down in a field, you sit in, you grab the joystick, and you fly. But what truly makes the Jetson 1 worthy of the number 1 spot isn't just the specs. It's 3 things that no other aircraft on this list can match simultaneously. First, you can actually buy one. Not pre-order, not reserve, buy. Jetson has already delivered aircraft to paying customers around the world, and by 2026, their production capacity has scaled significantly to meet surging global demand. Second, the price. At approximately $98,000, the Jetson 1 is one of the most affordable personal VTOL aircraft in existence. That's less than many luxury cars for a machine that lets you fly. And third, safety. Triple redundant flight computers, lidar-based terrain tracking, a ballistic parachute system, the ability to maintain stable flight even if an entire motor fails, and an autonomous stabilization system so capable that the aircraft essentially flies itself. You just tell it where to go. The Jetson 1 didn't just prove that personal flight is possible, it proved that personal flight is possible for everyone. It's real, it's available, it's affordable, and it's here. Every once in a while, a product comes along that doesn't just enter a market, it creates one. The iPhone did it for smartphones, Tesla did it for electric cars, and the Jetson 1 is doing it for personal flight. That is why the Jetson 1 is our number 1. And there you have it, the top 10 most incredible personal VTOL aircraft and ultralight flying vehicles in the world in 2026. From jet-powered flying motorcycles screaming through the sky at 250 miles per hour, to autonomous flying pods that require 0 pilot skill, to ultralight electric machines you can buy today for less than a Tesla Model S, the age of personal flight has officially begun. The question is no longer if ordinary people will fly. The question is when you will. Now I want to hear from you. Which aircraft on this list would you actually buy? Which one would you trust enough to step into? And did we miss any that deserve to be here? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I read every single one. If this video blew your mind, do me a favor. Hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and ring that notification bell so you don't miss the next one. Until next time, keep looking up.